Hey guys, Kaitlyn here. Today we're going to talk about house sitting and how you can become a house sitter. But first, a quick recap for you. 10 months ago, I quit my job to travel the world, and basically the only reason I've been able to do it is because of house sitting. I've already house sat in 6 different countries, so here we go. House sitting is when you exchange your services of taking care of a family's dog, cat, garden, pets, basically any house needs, and you exchange it in return for staying there at the house for free. Some house sitters get paid, and that's usually if they know the person or have been doing it a long time. But for travelers who house sit, it's mainly a free swap. I house sit because I think it's a great way to travel. I love hanging out with animals and don't mind taking dogs for a walk or giving them extra cuddles. Most all of my money goes to plane tickets right now, so it's a great way to keep that cost of accommodation down, and it allows me to afford Airbnb in between different house sits too, so it's just a great money-saving option for travelers that also love animals. Another reason I really like house sitting is because you really get to have a more local flavor of visiting a new place, whereas if you stay in a hotel, sometimes you're just in the tourist town, you really get to live like a local and go to the local restaurants and shops and everything and really see how people live in different countries. People can house sit anywhere from a night to a year. I've typically done 10 days to, right now I'm house sitting in Grenada for 2 months, but I prefer doing longer house sits because, as most of you know, we are working as digital nomads too, so it really allows us to travel slower, work, spend more time with the dog so we don't feel like we're rushing to get stuff in. The sweet spot is 2 weeks to a month depending on how much time you have off, but I mean, it's different for everybody and you can do as little or as long as you want. No one's gonna hire you if you say, this is my first time house sitting. So if you have a friend that's leaving for a weekend or a family member and they have pets that need to be taken care of, offer to take care of them and stay at their house. And then when you do, make sure you just get a letter of recommendation. But, you know, I think it's good to get experience under your belt too to see if you like it. Maybe you find that, you know, when you're on a vacation, you really just want to not have to worry about any other responsibilities. So once you have that reference, you can make a profile on a bunch of different websites. The 2 that I use are trustedhousesitters.com. It's $100 a year, and then the other one is Mind My House, and that's $20 a year. I got my first house sit job off Mind My House, but I've noticed there's a lot more options on trustedhousesitters.com, so if you can only pick one, I would probably go with that one. A couple things to keep in mind to make your profile stand out: have a lot of great pictures, so if you have any pictures with pets, I think that definitely will help make your profile shine a little bit more, and just some pictures of you doing activities that you like to do. I think that helps people get a better idea of who you are. And then you really want in the copy of your profile to talk about your experiences, why you like house sitting, a little bit about what you've done for your job, stuff that people that will let you into their home want to know about you. Once you have an awesome profile, it is time to start applying for house sits. You can search by country or by pet preference or by the time that you're looking to get out of town. But what you're really going to want to do before you start hitting up house owners is create a rocking first email. This is your cold call, and you can make a template so that, because you're going to be applying to a lot of these, you can make a template that you can tweak each time, but just make sure that first one is really good. Really highlight your strengths. If you have a green thumb, if you're a dog whisperer, that's really what you're going to want to focus on to impress them so that they pick you for their house. Also, once you have that template, you're still going to need to tweak it for each house sit. So every house sit's going to be different, and you're really going to want to say, hey, I think I'd be an awesome match to house sit for you because of X, Y, Z. One tip that I have for when you're applying for house sits is always apply to the ones that have been posted most recently. Usually if they've been up for like 7 days, they've already found someone. So you're always going to want to apply for the most recent ones and do it as quickly as you can. Once you do have the house sit, I also have a bunch of other tips for you. First and foremost, give as much TLC to the pets as you can. Extra cuddles, nice long walks, find out what treats they can have, find out what their favorite toy is, and yeah, that's the first priority, so do your best to get on their good side. Use coasters on all surfaces. Don't snoop because that's rude. Send a few reassuring emails throughout the house sit and photos just to let the house owners know how everything is going. Always keep doors and windows locked. Eat their food only if it's been offered. 4 out of 5 times it will be, but it's not part of the deal. Right after the house sit, if anything may have happened to break, come clean about it, and don't forget to ask for another reference. I always leave fresh flowers on the table right before the house owners get back. I think it's a really nice gesture. Other things to keep in mind are that no 2 house sits are ever the same. You'll mesh differently with different pets, but it's really not that hard, guys. It's really easy and it's really fun, and like I've said before, it's a great way to travel. If you have any other questions for me, feel free to leave them in the comment section, and I promise to answer every single one. Thanks for watching.